You know, there are people that don't take me serious. Rick, yeah, we don't take you serious. Okay. And there are people that are half and half. Take me serious, don't take me serious, just depend. And there's people that take me serious. Okay. Then there's people that take me too serious. Laura. Okay. Now, I am sitting here and I'm looking at Making a Murderer. And now I'm not starting to take myself serious. There are people out here that question my sanity. Then there's people that don't question my sanity. I didn't get the nickname Wise Guy in the mental ward for nothing. When that psychiatrist said that I'm normal, I said, yeah, well, I think you're incompetent, okay? So I'm starting to question my sanity here in Making a Murderer. Yeah. And get this. Here's the reason why. We have Teresa Marie Halbach's RAV4, right? Okay, that's one. Then we have Pam Sturm testifying in court, 6 December, 2005, that her and her daughter Nicole found a 2-door RAV4. Well, Teresa had a 4-door RAV4, so that makes 2 RAV4s. If my math is correct here, okay? Well, now we have Nicole saying that no, it wasn't a 2-door, it was a 4-door. So now we have 2 different cars being found by 2 different people, but at the same time. That makes 3 RAV4s, right? 3, we're up to 3 now. Now we have Teresa Halbach's 5 little girlfriends in the southeast quadrant or wherever, and they're supposed to have found a RAV4. That's 4 RAV4s, okay? 4. Now, we know that the RAV4 on Avery Auto Salvage has a bullet hole and replacement glass in the back door. But yet, when we go to the Wisconsin State Crime Lab, you can obviously see this RAV4 with the mud and everything like that on it, and the wheel and all that good shit, is the RAV4 from Avery Auto Salvage. It is. It is. The front and the side is. Driver's side. But when we get to the back of it, it doesn't have the bullet hole, and it has original OEM glass in it. So that's 5 RAV4s. Now, what makes me think that they didn't switch out a RAV4 between the Wisconsin State Crime Lab and the long-term storage? Because although we don't have a picture of the other side of the RAV4 in the Wisconsin State Crime Lab, the passenger side, but we do know that is the vehicle, so if they switch it around, and we do know if we look underneath that hood, that then you can plainly see there's no damage, so why isn't there a picture of the other side with no damage of the RAV4 that's in the Wisconsin State Crime Lab? And we have no evidence that the one without the bullet hole and the OEM had damage on the side of it, because it doesn't show the side of it. And now we got one with damage on the passenger side? Is that 6 fucking RAV4s now? 6 fucking RAV4s, huh? Huh? What the fuck? 6? Okay. You can explain away a couple maybe, all right? Or whatever, but How do you get 6 goddamn RAV4s out of this fucking shit? And Stephen Avery and Brenda Dassey are convicted. Now then, I'm off into telephone numbers right now, right? Stephen Avery, come to find out, made an appointment with Teresa Marie Halbach to have her come take photographs of the vehicle. Right? But how do you do that? Well, evidently he did it by mental telepathy. And here's why. Angela Schuster says that the phone numbers that Stephen was using, his cell, his landline, that had the account, never entered the system. So Stephen Avery did not call on his cell phone, and he did not call on his landline, Auto Trader. They don't have a record of it. They have no record of Stephen calling them. They have a record of somebody calling from a number that we don't know of. Some fucking, we don't know what number. We have no clue what number somebody used to call Auto Trader to schedule the appointment for Teresa Marie Halbach to be out there. We have no clue where that came from. And used the another number, which just so happens to coincide with Scott Taddick, and I've been on phone number research, look up, address look up. I did my due diligence, and it never binged Barb, but it's Scott Taddick. It's his number. As a matter of fact, I even called that number up. I heard Barb on the phone leave a message. I left a message and never called me back. So that number worked, and Barb picked it up. See, so I checked out my shit. And that was when they lived in the house over by the creek. Not on 31st of August or October 2005. It was listed to Scott Taddick's resident on Highway 147 in Mishicot, a Mishicot number. I think Wiggert calls it, yeah, it's a Mishicot number. And then Dietering gets over there and he tried to change it around to become a Two Rivers number and apply it to Tom Jonda. But he never used that number either. He used Stephen's number. Or not Stephen's number. Well, yeah, it comes back to Stephen Avery. Well, anyway, point is, and then Barb tells me that she's had that number all this whole time. Well, Tom Janda was living in the house, and that, when you look at all the Barbara Janda, Tom Janda, if they interviewed him, Blaine, Bobby, you know, there's no phone number. There's no phone number. You go look for a phone number, address. Nobody has a goddamn phone number for them. But yet it's on the machine. And they put a phone number in for everybody else. But they never, ever commit a phone number to that fucking address, the Janda address. Find anywhere in Manawha County reports. Find it anywhere in Calumet County reports. Find it anywhere in any fucking goddamn report, and they never list a phone number to them. What their real actual phone number was. But the phone number that we have now, it's Scott Taddick's phone number, is the phone number that they left. They left the phone number. But we don't know if Scott Taddick used his phone number to call that, or somebody else used that number and left Scott Taddick's number on it. And so, how the fuck did Stephen Avery get a hold of Teresa Marie Halbach? It's not on Teresa Marie Halbach's phone. They trace it all back and they go to that number and they say it's listed Stephen Avery and then it's listed Tom Janda. But in actuality, it's listed to Scott Taddick, and we got Scott Taddick's phone number on Teresa's cell phone or voice message or something, but in her system. That phone number is in her system, and that phone number was listed. But Pulaski, Dawn, she got a phone call. She doesn't know what number it came from, but she got a phone call from somebody leaving Scott Tadicus' phone number and asking, oh, that same girl. Well, Stephen Avery calls her up directly. He knows her name. It's Teresa. May or may not know her last name, but definitely knows her first name by now. So that's what you got. And that's what we're stuck with. If you follow the evidence, you can't make this fucking shit up. Okay? Here's what it is. We have the most blotched fucking frame you can think of. It's a blotched framing job. Alright? But when you look at the sabotage side of it, that went like frickin' clockwork, a military operation. Okay, Blackwater fucking shit. This is like top notch. Sabotage was top notch. The framing was fucking slapstick, fucking Keystone Cop shit. And they still got convicted. Shit. If I wasn't crazy, I am fucking crazy now, man. This fucking case. What makes sense? It's a shorter fucking list, I'm telling you. Okay? It's a shorter fucking list. Then what don't fucking make sense? Is there anything that makes sense at all? I mean, shit. And how did they get convicted? Beyond reasonable doubt. Oh, there's no doubt that this whole entire thing, whatever it is, doesn't make practical sense whatsoever. Unless Teresa Marie Halbach faked her death, or her death was faked for her, or something happened, but she's still alive. We've got no less than 6 RAV4s, if you want to stretch your fucking brain that far. And now it makes sense, you see. Something happened, because how did Stephen Avery know that Teresa was going to arrive? If Stephen Avery's phone number, and he didn't call from Scott Tadicus' phone number, how did he fucking know? Well, there was some messages that was deleted, and there were some phone numbers that was probably erased, because the cops took what from who? The cops took a sheet of paper that was generated by the Halbachs. What faith do you have in the accuracy of that? And then we got Kraft over there with his fucking bullet point. What the fuck? That's not real. That's some made up shit that you just typed in. That's not fucking evidence. The evidence is it came straight from the fucking company. That's the records. And they come to find out those are manipulated all the fuck too. Yeah. So all the phone numbers and shit like that, they should be out of fucking prison just because of the fuck up. The whole thing is just too fucked up. Too fucked up to say that they... No. It's a fucking hell of a ride, though, I tell you, isn't it? You're on your edge of your seat. It's like better than fucking Days of Our Lives and General Hospital or shit. You don't know what the fuck you're gonna find next. You don't know what you're gonna find next. Fucking crazy, man. Crazy shit. And that's why I smoke pot. I smoke pot like a fucking forest fire, man. You got to. I mean, I don't have wings to keep above this fucking bullshit, okay? So, Miles just do it stoned and enjoy the fucking ride. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's legal in Washington, Jack. You bet your ass. And fuck y'all. I don't think pot should be illegal. I think it should be fucking mandatory. It's got this special ingredient called logic.